Hey, welcome to another episode of Yes Golf Review. Today I'm reviewing the Callaway X-Forged Max Irons. X-Forged Max Irons. And you might have heard of the X-Forged line of irons. It has been used by players like Phil Mickelson. A lot of LPGA players use it. And they brought it back. Callaway hasn't released X-Forged line of irons in the United States for the last 6 years, but they have a cult following because they're one-piece forged irons, which is very rare these days. If you think about it, most of irons, especially who are targeting this type of players, are usually multi-materials that includes tungsten or other multi-materials. But this is a pure 1020C one-piece forged iron. And another cool thing about this is the word max, because they've had in Asia the X-forged irons. X-forged irons are probably the players type of irons, and they've only had this iron, X-forged irons, for the mid-handicapper or low-handicapper irons. But this one is targeting the beginner and also into mid-handicapper. So this would be something that's very, very rare, because I would have confidence in recommending this to someone who's actually getting into golf, but someone who's looking to just spend good amount of money at once and kind of forget about it. It's really good entry-level mid-handicapper irons. So someone who's been looking at AI 300 or P790, and also it gives you the pure feel of the 1020C. If you think about it, 1020C is the steel of choice of Mura irons, which is it's known for their soft feeling at impact, and Callaway has done that in an X-Forged Max. And to offer that in a player type who is looking to get better, improve, it's a huge thing. It's a huge feat, and that's why I'm excited about it. So one thing that I would note right off the bat is that these are limited release. I believe there's only 3,000 sets of these that are coming to the United States. So if you can get your hands on it, of course, you can check out our shop here in La Habra, California, or you can go to yesgolfshop.com and we'll list it up there so you guys can grab it when it releases. But let me show you real quick how this fares in shots. This is a 6-iron. I have the green set at 170. Little flare off to the right. But this is where I feel like X-Forged Max would do it will benefit tremendous amount of players. Let me show you why. Because this was hit maybe a groove low. Ideally, you would want it to be hitting right there, right? So on the 4th groove, that's where you would get the most amount of ball speed. Maybe a groove low, and yet it really flew high. Think of the peak height at 31 yards, carry distance 169, launch angle spin rate 4,600. For a 6-iron, you may think that's a little low. I am a low spin player, so that is actually acceptable for me. What I'm actually looking at is the descent angle at 45 for a 6-iron. That's acceptable. That will stay on the green. And let me tell you why I'm excited about this iron. It's because of this amount of pocket cavity that it has. Man, you can fit almost 5 pennies into this. The width of how deep and wide these pockets of cavity are, it's really, really, it expands the sweet spot a lot. And another thing is, while you have the toe and heel pockets of cavity, you have a concentrated mass right behind the center of the back face, which allows for, when you hit it pure right in the center, you'll have that 1020C almost like Mira feeling of feel that would translate all the way to your hand. So I think for that reason, it's an ultimate combination of forgiveness and feel. You'll not lack distance as well. So let me hit one more time. Yeah, this one was hit a little heavy, little out on the toe, and that's where I feel like you benefit a lot from the pocket that's placed on the toe. So I lost a little bit of a ball speed there, 113. But again, let me show you where that hit. Man, can you see this? That's right here. So let me show you right here. So that's about right here. That's right where that pocket cavity is. So because it's so thin in that specific area of iron, it's still able to generate a good ball speed. And that's where I feel like this is such a forgiving club for that type of mishits. So let me hit it one more time. I have one thin, one on the toe. That's it. That was it. Maybe a little open, but it was probably right in the middle of where I wanted. And again, ball speed back to 115, smash factor 1.4, launch angle right where I want it. And it almost has that pure, soft feel, but it has a very distinctive Callaway feel that I almost describe it as a electrical type of, it almost like brightens you up at point of impact. And I love that because that's how I feel that I've made a good contact with the iron. Wow, you see how I finished on that? So this one was a low, very, very low. But again, like it's ending up in a generally good area. 170 yards out, 4 shots, they're all on the green. It landed on the green. So I'm very, very happy with that. Let me show you where that hit. Yeah, right there. If you look at it, I've hit all areas of the club face, and I managed to get all of the 4 shots on the green from 170 yards out. And if that doesn't scream forgiveness for you, I don't know what will. Because I mean, that pocket cavity, again, that was right where you see you have a little bit of a pocket cavity there as well. So I think, man, it's really, really good. I want to hit one more. Yeah, that was pure. That was pure. That was so good. Let me see where that landed. 114, ball speed, really, really good. Finally got it up in that fourth groove there. Really, really good, really soft, but there's a lot of feedback. So that's really, really good. Man, I'm excited for this iron. There's a lot of irons in Callaway. You have the Elite family, and you have the AI family, and this is kind of the limited family because X-Forged and X-Forged Max is only, I think there's 3,000 sets each. You can always come here to demo it. It's so rare that they don't even have a fitting heads for this. We only have the demo irons for you to try, but from what we've seen, it comes with Dynamic Gold 100 mid S300, which will be good for someone who's swinging their 7-iron or 6-iron at 82 miles or below, under. If you're swinging a little bit faster than that, I would recommend going up with something like Dynamic Gold Mid 115 S300. I'll list both of these shafts on our website as well, yesgolfshop.com. You can select whatever shafts that you like so that if you can't hit these, and I don't think you can hit these in many places. There's going to be very few retailers around the United States that will carry this for you to demo. So if you're interested in this and you want to get a shaft that works well for you, again, if you hit your 6-iron under 82 miles per hour, you want to go stick with the stock shaft. If you hit it faster than that, I would recommend the 115. And it only comes in 5-through pitching wedge, which I think is a good option for someone who is trying to get into the lower handicap irons. But start with the 5-through pitch so it doesn't break your bank, because there's $220 per club, which is $20 more than the AI line of irons. But I think it's still good value because it's limited, it fits a very particular type of player, and in that way, I think it does the value. I'm actually surprised that it's only $20 more than AI 200 and 300. So I think it's going to be a really, really good value. What I love about this is the 3 is this little X right here. I think this is such a good tribute to the X Forged that you have there. So you can see little details there. It's really sharp but rounded as well. And you have the trisole, which is a leading edge that's shaved off. And there's a little bit of a bounce there and trailing edge that's shaved off. So the effective sole is very, very narrow, but it's really good. When you take a look at it down at the dress position right here, see how right here at address, this backside you can't see, which I always love, but there's a ton of cavity there. And it's very thin up at the top. So it's really good. I think there's a reason why this line has been missing from the United States for 6 years. And now they're back, and they're back. I'm excited about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. We've reached 1,000 subscribers thanks to you guys. We're so grateful for that. And also, if you want to support our channel, support our shop, you can always come to Yes Golf here in La Habra, or you can check out our website, yesgolfshop.com, and we'll list the X Forged Max until supplies last. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.